Okay, looks like I'm alive again. Alright, let's get back to work. So, since the last time I actually did some off-stream stuff, well, this is kind of embarrassing, but I managed to figure out the problem with the animation script. Um, if you watched the last stream, you may have noticed it, but I mean, since you probably didn't watch it live, um, yeah, there was a typo in like actually several problems that apparently I just missed with the script that controls the animation tree. So the problem was there's two main problems. First one, there was a typo here. It used to say parameters. It says parameters, and there's specifically these two might have been here it is. It's still there. Parameters. Now it is correct. So that was the first issue. Second issue was this 0, this 1, this 1, this 0 were backwards. The idea is that if the player is like, so standing is probably the wrong word to use for this variable. I should probably say, I'm not really sure what to use, but basically there's a version of using the shield where the player is like kind of on his kind of kneeling, and there's a version of the using the shield where the player is like standing up but able to like strafe. And maybe I should say strafe mode. Maybe that would be a better word. So yeah, if so this should be active when the player is strafing, and this should be active when the player is kneeling. So I'm going to show you how this works. It's still incomplete. There's still a lot of other stuff that I have to do to get this to get even just the animations working like all the way. But yeah, I'm going to demonstrate what this looks like in its current state. Music's a little loud for me. I'll turn my volume down a little bit. Hold on, how's the volume on this? Let's turn this down a little bit. Don't want to drown out my own voice. It's the in-game music, by the way, which I composed. I'm fairly proud of it, but I'll probably tweak it a little bit. Okay, so currently you can see the player is kind of in this holding shield pose. This is kind of wrong, actually. I only want him to have this pose when he has a weapon drawn, and when the weapon isn't drawn, the shield, he should be kind of just his hand should just be down. But yeah, here's what I have. Just imagine that he's holding a shield right now. There's no interpolation, so it's like it just snaps to the position. Here's a better way of visualizing it. I'm controlling this with the arrow keys right now, by the way. If I use a controller, I need to plug it. Oh, you know what? My controller's not plugged in. I don't. Just give me a second. Okay, controller's plugged in. There we go. There we go. So I'm using the left stick to aim the direction that he's holding the imaginary shield. So yeah, this is this is working. Now I can do the next thing. There's a number of things I could do. I can fix that shield arm issue where he's like just the arms just kind of hanging there. I think I'll do that. Oh, my keyboard isn't plugged in. I'll fix that. Plug it back in. There we go. Keyboard is back. I can actually do stuff. I can actually type again. Okay, I think right now I'm going to fix this. Make it so that this is only like that when he's holding a weapon and has a shield equipped at the same time. And yeah. I'm not sure what I was going to say after and, but let's get to work. Get rid of that. Oh yeah, I also did another thing. I made it so that instead of this might technically be a bad change, but I made it so that instead of checking when it's initially pressed and when it's initially released, it just checks if the shield button is pressed or not, and that's like if it's not pressed, it escapes the shield mode. If it is pressed, it enters shield mode, and it just constantly scans out every frame. Might not technically be a good thing, but it makes it easier for me. And I can still use the is pressed down and is released functions anyways. It's not a huge deal. Yeah. Set shield direction. Oh, I might not have actually done this in code at all. I might have just accidentally left it set like that in the editor. Yeah, I don't think I actually implemented this. I think I just kind of did that and left it by mistake. My bad. I accidentally misled you because yeah, I forgot what I did. Just gonna double check, make sure. Definitely not stalling. Surely he isn't stalling. Okay. I do plan on making so that interpolates at some point, but I'm not gonna do that right now. We'll do that some other time. For now, I believe this should be active in the normal state, not in shield state. Okay, where's my animation? Where is my animation parameter method? Here it is. It's a little bloated. Yeah, probably not a good thing, but it is what it is. Blocking, what is... Get rid of that. Oh yeah, this is like the old version of the shielding system. Wow. It, probably a good thing too, because it was implemented super poorly. The whole blocking thing is part of the health system. That is no good. At least I think it's no good. I mean, it technically worked at the time, but just because it worked doesn't mean it's implemented well. Okay. Player dot shield equipped dot. Maybe I should say. Ooh, actually, I can't do that. I can't check if it's null because it's never going to be null. Forgot. I made it so that there's like an empty equipped thing on there by default. Okay. That complicates things. But I just need to find a way to make sure that I can check if it's the empty shield or empty equipable that is equipped. So what I'm going to do, my resources, I'm gonna find that there's the empty shield. Make so that the ID, the name is empty, and actually maybe I'm just gonna do the ID. Empty shield. Save. Open. Save. Just gonna quickly make sure it's applied to the version that's over here and over here. Yep, there it is. It is now labeled empty shield. Okay. ID equals the shield, rather not equal to empty shield. And player dot equipped equal to null. All right, player nation tree handler dot. Oh yeah, I think I have to. Well, technically, I could just do this, like over here, but I don't want to do that. I'd rather have a method that's on here that handles that for me. Okay. Okay, what was it? You know what? I'm just gonna just to avoid typos. Oh, no, that is the wrong value. It should be this. The only real flaw I could think of with this is the fact that it happens every frame. But to be honest, I don't really care. Maybe I should, but I don't. Oh, of course, I forget what it's called. Set shield idle. Okay. Let's give this a quick test. Oh, crash. All right, what happened? Oh, okay. Okay. Forgot to add a null check. Hmm. Didn't work right away. What? This is supposed to unequip the items. So why isn't it working? Pressing null didn't work. Back. But why not? Is that why? Oh, looks like this doesn't do anything. Okay then. Probably just delete it and not really worry about it. Question is, how do I make it so that these are like unlocked by default? Because so what's going on here is these are all programmed to like check to see if check the save data to see if they've been unlocked. But I didn't think about this ahead of time, but that also applies to the empty objects. what I have right now is I have it loading from a JSON file that has this and this listed in the unlocked items, but I don't have this with this. So I could probably just add this and this to that, but it's kind of a hacky solution. And I'd rather just have these buttons, just have like some kind of bypass for these so that they're always there, no matter what. Because these shouldn't be something that needs to be unlocked, in my opinion. These should just always be there. Oh, or okay. What are you blocking with? You don't have a shield equipped. Oh, because I never distincted between the real shield and the empty item shield. That's my bad. I need to do that. And use shield. Shield is not null, and shield ID is not equal to empty shield. I think that ought to do it. Yeah, that should do it. Okay, it's not blocking when I don't want it to. That works. If I do that, very good. Hmm. Okay. I think it's a similar problem going on with the shield arm animation. Should be and third equipped dot ID is not equal to empty weapon. I think that's a string that I used. Probably. Yep, there it is. Okay. that seems to work. I think I'm gonna make it so that the mesh visibility works. Oh yeah, another thing I should probably do is I should make it so that, yeah, I'm just gonna do this right now. I'm gonna make it so that the knife actually lines up with position of the hand when he's holding it. This whole thing was a big can of worms that I don't think I ever really solved. For some reason, the position of the certain objects during animations would shift, but those weren't. But when viewing the keyframes in the editor, they were in the right position. But exporting them to Godot and then using this, they wouldn't be in the right spot. I never solved that. And I don't know if I ever will. Just a mystery that plagued me at some point. My solution, quote unquote, is to adjust the position of the weapon during keyframes of the animation of particularly attack animations. So I think that the attack animations actually look fine for like the position of the sword. Oh, this should be a different bone completely. I'm not really sure if this was a good idea or not. I might have just totally screwed it up. Oh, he's holding the blade. Okay. I should fix it. At least I hope so. Well, let's see what happens when I play back the when I attack. Hmm. Okay. Looks like that got screwed up. No, I'll do this some other time, probably upstream. Right. Mesh visibility. I want to get the meshes to toggle visibility properly. Let's get back on track. Sign held item. Just want to make sure this is actually running. Oh, and I definitely don't need this debug running. It's clogging up my output. What is that? Okay, so it's running. It is running. Needs to be capitalized, I think. Keyword is I think. Yes. Yes, to keep it consistent with the one on the back, it is a yes. Oh, and what I should probably do is uh, So I'm noticing that my logic between sheathed items and equipped items isn't completely consistent because I added like the left hand right thing in after creating that sheathed thing. Maybe I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to update it to work with the uh, new thing. Hmm. I think I should actually combine these. And what I should also do is oh wait a minute. How did I approach sheathed items on the right hand? How did I do that again? Is it here? It is. Okay. Oh no, wait, it's over here. All the way down over there. Ah, what a mess. I need to completely rewrite this. This is at least this and this together. This is the problem of figuring things out and writing things as you go. You end up with inconvenient systems that are harder to work with than they should be. Okay, okay. So I have 4 possible positions that item could be. 2 of them are for the left hand, 2 of them are for the right hand, and for each of the 2, one is sheathed and one is equipped. What do I do to take this all into account? And of course that breaks this. So some of the logic I want to copy over to this new version, some of it I don't. Where is my protag script? Here he is. And let's check this out. Okay. Okay. So for this, I need to pass in a equipable. And I think for this, I might as well specify that it has to be a shield. I think I want to copy these over to this one. So I think with this, I'm not going to need to draw that distinction between. I'm just gonna leave it there for now because I'm not really sure. I haven't. This may surprise you, but I haven't fully thought this through. But I was thinking I might not need to have the per item distinction between left and right hand after all, because I think what I'm doing right now is enforcing that through code through I'm approaching it by enforcing it through the code structure, but for now I'm going to leave trying to find the ah this is what I'm talking about. This left or right enum. So yeah, um, quit stall, get back to work. Okay, okay. This prevents this prevents certain idle animations from playing. Like I have this one idle animation where the player like looks left and then right, and then forward. Then I have this one where the player cracks their knuckles. This prevents those from playing because I don't want them to play when during certain situations. Held items are H. Wait. Name. I should probably use ID actually. No, I haven't been consistent between using either name or ID. Because name should be for like how it displays in menus and not for like how it references through code. I'm switching it to ID. I don't think these are actually implemented in the game anymore. I may bring them back, but they're like ideas for items that the player could use. At some point, I was gonna have the player like use like a staff as their item, but I couldn't figure out a good way to. I might add it back in, but right now I'm focusing on stuff that's going to be in like chapter 1 of the game. I plan on releasing the game in like chapters, if that makes sense. Okay. If equipped ID equals and gun. And when the handgun is equipped, the ammo counter should show up. That's how I had it before. I'm gonna have it now. And gun equals equipped if gun is initialized gun dot initialize. I'm just gonna show you what this does. So a gun is a consumable, meaning that it has like its own counter, so basically ammo. And what initialize is it loads the current ammo count from the save file, and it sets the display values, and then it marks it as initialized. So it never has to do it for this, for at least for this instance of the gun. And this is like per save file. I think no, it's per instance of this gun or this class. and tag fps dot set held item equip dot id. And one more thing, used items handler. I think this is no longer needed. I could probably delete the class actually. Instead, what I will do is, where is it? Create 2 more instances of this class, but with different names. Sheathed items RH and sheathed items LH. Right hand, left hand. Shield items RH dot update. I think this will make it so that everything in the sheath slot is not visible. At least I'm pretty sure that's what should happen. Yes, that is what will happen. And held items RH dot update. I think this will work. So basically what's going on here is when the player sheathes the right hand weapon, it'll show up back on his belt and disappear from his hand. I noticed there's a weird issue where it stopped playing the sheath animation. Not sure why that happened. I'll try calling. I think I'll try calling it from over here. Apparently that's not how I did it. Okay, now we'll do the same thing for the left-handed. I don't think the logic is quite as complicated for the left hand. Basically just make the shield visible or not. Probably good enough. And I don't need that. And let's swap these. Sure, hope this works. Oh, I shouldn't have. You know what? I shouldn't have commented this out. I should have left it. But whatever. And this, I don't need it. I don't use. This isn't. This doesn't matter anymore. I can get rid of it, I think. So I'll do this. Well, I think I will continue this tomorrow. Probably on stream. I don't plan on. Yeah, this is a little bit mentally taxing right now. Well, and I shouldn't say that. It's not that taxing. Just I want to pace myself a little bit. Oh, dot equip right hand, or actually left hand. Actually, I could probably do this in here. Okay. Okay, now I'll quit out. Have a good night. If you I hope this wasn't too boring for you guys.